Check out how long this train is. So here's the rear. While we're waiting for that other train to come down, I gotta fly over here. Look at this. There's the power in the middle. And there's the front. There's the Bear Table train coming down the mountain. There he comes. There's our green. Start pushing here all around. Starting to move. Take her up to notch 4. Brakes fully released. That's good. See the colors at the top? See how it's starting to get darker red? That means we're pulling pretty hard at the front. Now we're heading into the mountains. wasn't too bad getting started there. And that slight... Well, I guess, right now it's level, but the back half of the train was probably on a slight uphill, but that wasn't too bad. Yeah, they might have to dial back the car spewer for this area. I don't remember this in the past, but there's a incredible amount of traffic coming through here. Look at all these cars backed up. It's always cool coming through these mountains when you can see the rest of your train from your cab window. Here 18. All right, let's take it up to notch 8. We can do 23. Also got to be careful because you could push cars off the track. You got the string line derailments, and then I think you can derail from pushing too hard around tight bends. We are in notch 8, but I intentionally try to take it nice and easy getting up to notch 8 for that reason. And so far, so good. If I check my map, looks like we got 2 tunnels, and then the next control point is Allard, and then Bealville. I've seen other YouTubers playing Run 8 use the horn going into tunnels, but I don't know, actually, now that I think of it, because when I went to this area in real life and watched trains going through the tunnels, I don't remember them blowing the horns coming in or out. Unless I'm just mistaken. But let me know. I'll have to look that up online and see if that's a current requirement or not. And I know the AI trains don't do it in Run 8, so... Whereas, they are programmed to blow horns at the crossings. So maybe it's not required. reading a book right now about Palo Alto, and it started off way back in the 1800s with Leland Stanford, and his wife was, I believe it was Jane Lathrop. I think Lathrop was her maiden name. And that's where this train came from, Lathrop, California. So I'm assuming that maybe there's some connection there to her and that name, or her family, maybe. Currently going up at 2.4% grade. Here's Allard. Milepost 338. Look at those beautiful views. With the morning mist. Sometimes I'll hit my alerter button ahead of time just to be proactive. trip is all about slow and steady. All right, so this is Bealville crossover. You can already tell we're slowly gaining elevation. We're getting up pretty high. Map says we got a street crossing coming up, so I'm just watching for it here. Should be pretty soon. Bealville Road. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been here in real life. This is where the horses are. Now, after we go through, I think, one more tunnel, we should be approaching Control Point Cliff. And considering the length of our train being 15,000 feet, oh, we got an approach medium here coming up. I can't fit in probably any of these sidings. So if we ever have train meets, they're going to have to go through the siding to get around me. Here's Cliff, and we got an approach signal, so... Uh-oh. We got a unit alarm. I bet you some unit's overheating. Oh man, look at how red that is at the top too. Oh, it turned off. Oh, that's trouble. And then you see in the rear of the train in that chart how it's like a dark blue now, so it means it's really pushing hard. And in the front, it's really pulling. There's a lot of stress on these couplers. Sometimes you get that unit alarm when they're going through the tunnels. It'll get too hot. So probably one of the engines that was in a tunnel was causing that. But now that it's out, it's cooled down. I've had that unit alarm, I want to say, in like an SD40-2. I know going like to Cyril's yard on the Lone Pine branch. But I've never heard it in a ES44. I don't think I ever have. But it wasn't this unit. I think if it stayed on, it would be this unit. And because it was flashing, it just telling me one of the units back there is doing it, has the problem. And actually, it probably said, but if there's an error too, I think down here in this box down here, you get a description of like if it was low water, low oil, stuff like that. So I'm on an approach, so I'm having to stop in a mile. And then we're gonna have to get started on this 2% grade. Got our traction motor fans are on high. You can hear them a little bit. Next signal should be right around this corner. Is that the train? Those are bushes. Should have a red right around this curve. There it is. Nice and easy, stop. 2.2% grade. So since I'm using the keyboard, I'm just going to go full suppression because otherwise it's kind of slow just holding down the train brake key. Uh-oh. There we go. I was hitting the wrong button. But I still got it in notch 3 just to hold everything. Now I can bring it down. Put the independent brake on. Check our chart. Not bad. Brakes are fully applied, and I'm looking up here at the top bar, so it's like kind of a dark yellow, almost turning orange up there, and then it's a light green. So this just shows that I don't have a crazy amount of tension or force in any one spot. The whole train's pretty relaxed. I mean, it does have 221,000 pounds somewhere here. I don't know actually if that's like right here where it's measuring. But let's say I jammed on the independent brake but had not applied the train brake as fast as I did. All of a sudden, the locomotives would brake real hard, but the cars hadn't stopped yet. And then you can get spots where you got a tremendous amount of. Oh, here's the other train coming. You can have spots where there's a tremendous amount of force, either like hanging off the lead units or you're pushing on it. So that's why I like to use the, like if I'm on a slope like this, I just do the full suppression. I don't know if there's like anything against that, or if that's like, because that's not an emergency. It's like the step before emergency. But it's just one key press versus holding down the train brake button on the keyboard. Check where this guy's going. He's going to the UPS in North Bay. I don't know if that's UPS, like the Postal Service UPS, or a place in North Bay, California, just called UPS. But I think it's, was that up by, I think it's up by Stockton, or in the Stockton area, or San Francisco. Actually, it's got to be San Francisco area. All right, here we go. Let's bring her up to notch 3. I'm probably going to need notch 4, but I'll start in notch 3. We'll pull off make sure we're making power all the way around. Pull off the train brake. And I'm ready to go into notch 4 if needed. Looks like it's holding. Flow's still at 80, so the brakes are still releasing. Oh, we're moving forward. Looks like we're moving backwards. We're moving backwards. It was showing we were gaining forward speed, but we're moving backwards. So I'm going into notch 4. Is that going to hold it? Yep. We just stopped. I don't know if we'll accelerate, but it'll probably just hold it there. All right, let's take it up to notch 5. Brakes are still releasing at 60. Oh no, they're fully released. Flow's at 60, but they're released. So it looks like notch 5 is just holding us. Let's take it up to notch 6. Oh. I knew it. All right, let's go idle or neutral. Let's see what happened here. I think we just broke it right here probably. Oh, the train's still rolling down the hill. Hold on, wait. Let's take it back here. Oh, I gotta fix the put it into suppression. I gotta fix that problem first. Now I'll be able to back up. Brake pipe's at 0? Oh, I gotta close the rear here. Oh, look at that, I broke that one. So I gotta fix that coupler. Now we can back up. Oh no, I'm still... Hold on a second. Oh, I guess it didn't even... Because that was... Oh, jeez. Because I hadn't closed. I gotta redo it again. Oh, there we go. Did I not release it before? Thought I did. Alright, let's jump to the back. Now we could take it back. let's see what we're dealing with here. If I hook this up, air hose, do a partial there. Oh, we got our whole train. I can see in the chart. No, we don't. So it broke after the DPU's in the middle as well. So let me jump back there. Let's see how that looks. Where we at? Oh, is it in the tunnel? Oh, yeah, broke in the tunnel. Uh-oh. Well, that's going to be trouble. Is that another train waiting for us? Get my flashlight on. Thought it was Control F. Maybe it doesn't work in the tunnel. Here's the power. Oh, I can't walk in there. Shoot. Oh, and I got... Alright, that one's fixed. Now let's get back to... Actually, let's just go right here. And let's take these back slowly. So I'll ease up on the independent brake. And these should start rolling back. Anything moving yet? Am I looking at the right thing? Or am I confused? Oh, yeah, I am. Okay. Whoop. Hold on. I was looking at the wrong thing. But it looks like we just coupled. It's not that side. Oh, yeah, because it was right... Oh, we didn't couple yet. Alright, I needed to be looking this way. I was thinking the other part was our train. Alright, let's take it back. One's open. That one's partially open. Guess I can open it all the way. Alright, so these are both open. Let's hop out here. it's filling up. And check my brake chart. All right, so now I do have the whole train because I can see the rear DPUs there. So now we're just waiting for, what do we got here? I think we're just waiting for all the air to fill up. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Is there something? Because I'm looking at on the chart up here. See how it's like dark purple, heavy. The brakes are set heavily. But there's not another broken coupler. Brake pipe's at 8. Is there something wrong over here? This brake pipe's at 21. This one's at 17, 12. I think it's just slowly filling up. That one's at 0. Unless it has something to do with the DPUs. See if I release. What do we got in the front? Is this telling me anything here? The main reservoir in this one is only at 80. Let's go up a couple notches. I think something's still wrong. I wonder if it's because we split and then recoupled, if something's not configured right with the DPUs now, because they're not releasing the brakes in the rear. Let's check it out. So here's the back. That's a DPU lead and reverse, and that's a multi-unit, so that's right. But I don't know why. I don't know why the brakes aren't releasing here. Get something here. Air hose connected. Angle cocks are both open. Oh, I lost communication with the DPU. Maybe that's what the problem is. It just says it was reestablished. Comms reestablished. Maybe there's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, these ones in the far back are not going into notch 2. Hold on, I don't think that I opened up this one all the way. Maybe that's one of the problems. This one's still partial. What's our flow? 62. Let's open that all the way and see what happens. So now everything should be connected and open. This is really weird. Like, what? I don't know what's going on here, where we got this like partial release, and then that's. Did those split there? Maybe they split and the air hose is disconnected there. But then I maybe recoupled without even knowing. Let's see. All right, so it's got to be somewhere around here. Brake pipe's at 30, 25, 23. 15, 11. Oh yeah, look at that. It did break over here. And I must have just recoupled. So those are both open. Now that should take care of the problem. Am I still in notch 2? Yeah. Now they're starting to release. That was the problem. So it broke, or wait, I don't even know what's going on here because it didn't break. Oh, it did. Fix broken coupler. So this isn't even coupled. There. So it did break there. Huh. But it must have rolled back and recoupled, and I didn't even, so it was showing the whole, which that's weird because it was showing up here. You've got the whole train together. So it's like it coupled, but yet the coupler was broken. So it coupled even with a broken coupler. That's pretty interesting. So now our brakes have fully released. So now I'm going to put them back on. What's the flow here? Still filling up. Yeah, it's still filling up. I don't want to put them on just yet because all these reservoirs aren't full yet. I got to get all that filled up. That's taking some time on such a long train. Filling up that main reservoir on the mid DPUs still, but now it's up to 100. So at least it's moving. All right, now we're back together. The flow is way down. Everything should be filled up. Now let's do this the right way. Will I be able to get it moving? Stay tuned for part 3 to find out.